Good evening, how are we doing? Thursday night, a couple of days hair on the face to get rid of, so I thought I fancy a shave. So tonight we're going to be using Yaki 26mm rainbow handle. I think they call it the Kentwood knot. It's supposed to be like, it's synthetic. It's like a full horsehair, maybe, I believe, but it's a synthetic Yaki knot. My first Yaki. Looks okay. Haven't used it yet. Soap for tonight is OSP, lemon, peppermint and menthol. It's not a heavily menthol soap, but there's a little bit of menthol in there from James Riley in London. The razor for tonight, I'm going to carry the open comb theme for October. So I've got the timeless bronze 3-piece razor, handle screws off, open comb base plate, and the blade cap on this is 0.78mm. And the blade for tonight, third use on my Bic Chrome Platinum. Last two shaves have been okay, so I thought we'll see how this one goes. So I'm not long in from work, thought, you know what, I was going to wait till tomorrow night and knock this shave out. Have a shave tomorrow night, but I thought, you know what, fancy a shave. So there we go. There's the blade in the razor. You can see yourself there's a little bit of overhang to be aware of when you drag it under your nose and around your earlobes. But I've used this razor before, and the timeless bronze solid bar. Heavy razors, but very nice. So I'm going to get some soap into the sink. The soap itself, as you can see, it's a solid puck. It's not a cream. It's a solid puck. As I said, it's not a heavy menthol. If it was a chili, it would be a slow burner. I.e., it gets there eventually. So just wetted the brush out, a couple of shakes, and then we'll visit the puck. When you get water on the soap, it really the lemon starts to come out. So I had a day full of paperwork today, sitting behind the computer writing all day. I think that was part of the reason I just want to do something constructive with my day. Because today's just been like, oh, no, not more writing. Just almost felt never ending. I'm about 3/4 of the way through the pile that's sitting on the desk. So if it's quiet tomorrow, hopefully we'll get the other part finished off. If not, we'll play catch up next week. So I've got a decent amount in the brush, and we'll take off the excess from the tub and from the soap itself, which is probably enough to shave with. Okay. Normal speed tonight. I'm not going to fast forwarding. That was, like I said in the last shave, that was just purely an experiment to see how it, because it was a shaving stick. Most people have seen a shaving stick lather before. Just to whiz through it, so to speak. This brush is very, very soft. just going to paint some water in, a couple of figure of eights just on top of the face and around the chin. I can smell the menthol. It's not, as I said, it's not prevalent, heavily prevalent in the soap in comparison to something like his eucalyptus menthol, which is just all out. Just do the tips again. Doesn't even taste too bad actually, it's got a little bit of a mouthful there. So as you can see, plenty of soap in both places on the brush. For the next pass, so it's got a little bit of heat in the blade. Say timeless bronze open comb with a 0.78 blade gap and a big chrome platinum on its third use. The bronze open combs from Timeless, there's two, say the solid bar and this one. Neither of them have huge blade gaps. The solid bar is 0.38 and I think this one's 0.74, 0.78. 0.78 stamped at the bottom, or engraved at the bottom of the base plate. 0.78 millimeters, so they're not huge blade gaps. But if you look at the width of the base plate, i.e. that way, you'll see it's quite narrow. So the blade gap is probably, I think the blade gap is intensified by the amount of blade exposure on that gap because of the width of the base plate. And the other thing that helps with this razor is just the weight of the thing. It's probably close to 130, 140 grams. The scales I normally use to weigh razors bottom out at 100 grams, and I couldn't be bothered going downstairs to the kitchen to weigh to remind myself what it weighs in at. I think it's about 140 grams. Unlike other Timeless razors where you can choose the handle and the base plate and the top cap, and this one, there's one design, that's it. And they've always said, I'm not going to make any of the variants on this one. So I'm just going to stretch the skin. That's over the Adam's apple. Side to side. Fill the menthol now. That's a set of weepers that came last weekend, right in their cleft. Just in every shave since, they've just come up and come up. Okay. first pass done. So I'm going to get all the soap out the base of this brush as much as I can. Okay, across the grain. You can see yourself, I'm using very little pressure. I'm just allowing the razor just to go over the skin. This part down here for me is across the grain of my neck, up until we hit the middle when it grows up and down again. Just for a change, I'm going to go middle to out as opposed to out to in. Okay, I'll switch to cold water for pass number 3. You can certainly feel the menthol kicking in there. This brush is very, very soft, must admit. Quite, it's probably even softer than the yellow handle razor rock, which is a plisson type knot, which is very, very soft. But this, very, very soft knot. If that was the first pass, I'd be quite happy with that soap, let alone the third. Okay, I'll turn the tap right down to cold now, so the tap and the cold water, when it splashes your bollocks, is a bit nippy to say the least. Enough to make you go, ooh. You can see there the open comb pattern. Instead of shaving straight up on the chin, I tend to do 45-degree angles. I just find it causes less irritation. Instead of going straight up against the grain, you've already been with it and across it, now you're going at 45 degrees. But everyone's hair and skin grows differently, so everybody finds what works for them. Like I say, your mileage may vary. Yeah, done. Okay, I'm going to pull this up the knot. Yeah, that's not a bad size wrap, really. Quite happy with that. So I'm going to give this a rub over the face, have a wash with it, we'll get cleaned up, and then we'll come back for the post shave. So I shall see you in a minute. Okay, I'll have a quick rub off with warm water and cold water. You see yourself, there's only 2 little blood spots that even the cold water hasn't sorted out. So options at this point, I could use an alum block, rub that over, that would hopefully help congeal the bleeding. Or we could use, if you've got a really severe cut, your best friend is a styptic pencil, which is basically, looks like that. It's basically an alum block. It's his big brother and his best mate. Bit more powerful than the alum block. Again, similar thing, just damp it with cold water and rub it over the blood spot. It's what they use for boxing, I believe, for cuts. So if it works in a boxing ring, it'll work on your face, unless you've got a really bad cut. However, I'm going to stay with the, I'm not going to use any of those two. I'm going with Alcado Glacial, which is, I got this in Tenerife. Last time I was there, I scoured the supermarkets for it, but couldn't see it. It's basically a mentholated splash. If you read Google, it's got all sorts of uses. I use it as a face splash for shaving. It's readily available off Amazon, eBay. That stings. Very high alcohol content in that. And it is just, yeah, the penguin gives it away on the front of the cover. It is just cold and glacial. So to follow from that, some simple moisturiser, which is mixed with with a little bit of argan oil. Not putting much of that on, just a little bit of there. I normally balm first and then put splash on or fragrance afterwards. So I've shaved the skin, tensioned it, torsioned it, ripped the hell out of it with the blade, which in all essence is what you're doing. Then I moisturise it and I put the smelly stuff on, which, so you're basically making it go tight, slacking it again and tightening it back up again with a little bit of fragrance. Next to these little blood spots, they'll stop. If they don't later on, I'll come back and hit them with a styptic. I'm going to have a little bit of smelly stuff tonight. This is Essence by Unico. This was in Lidl's last year. They had a range of eau de perfumes, male and female. This one is a version of Luis Solo, which is a Spanish scent, which I quite like. So a few squirts in the hand. And then rub on. I'm going to give that a chin. A good hit with some alcohol. See if that stops the bleeding. I'll see if it doesn't later on. I'll come back and I'll break off a styptic. There was a range of 4, I think it was 4 mil. There was this one. So this was like November last year, December last year. £7-8 a bottle. Smell-alikes, really good smell-alikes as well. So maybe worthwhile keeping a lookout on Lidl in the near future. So tonight, apart from the put on the chin, we've used OSP, the Obsessive Soap Perfectionist, lemon, peppermint and menthol. Not a heavy soap, menthol wise, but it does build quite nicely. We use that with the Yaki, I think it's a chemical brush, 26 mil, rainbow handle, synthetic knot, very very soft. That was the first time I used that brush. The blade for tonight was a Bic Chrome Platinum on its 3rd shave. That'll probably be the last, I think. And the razor for tonight was, to carry on my OC Open Comb October theme, was the Timeless Bronze Open Comb razor. So that's it, we're done. We've finished off with a little bit of Alcalado, some balm and Essence by Unico, which is a Luis Solo smell-alike. So that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Any comments, leave them below and I will endeavour to get back to you, and I'll see you in the next shave. Bye for now.